guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here. Today we're going to be clearing up some confusion about masks in Spain. The UK tabloids were at it again this weekend with their extreme headlines, sensationalising the stories and creating a bit of worry, even panic for some people due to visit about the situation here in Spain. We've been inundated with messages about this and I've seen loads of posts on Benidorm social media pages. So today I hope to clear up all the rumours and give you the facts. What is the truth behind these recent headlines? Are masks coming back? Take a minute to give us a thumbs up, click the subscribe button and also click the bell so you're notified whenever we upload a new video. So it is winter here in Spain and that means flu season. Yes, we do have a flu season here too, and we have done for many years. Nothing new there at all. Of course, these days we also have COVID to add to the mix, another seasonal virus. Seasonal meaning that we will have spikes of cases during certain periods of the year. One of those is right now. After Christmas and New Year, it's a time when there has always been the expectation to see a rise in respiratory illnesses, and that is what is happening at the moment. It is serious. Hospitals are under a lot of pressure to cope with the rising number of seasonal illness cases. The flu is the most prevalent virus here right now, not COVID. The last week of 2023 saw flu cases skyrocket by 75%. Christmas social gatherings and parties are thought to have played their part in the spike, and then New Year celebrations will have helped the flu spread even further. COVID-19 is playing its part as well though, and also RSV, another respiratory virus which is the main cause of bronchitis and pneumonia in children. All these combined are definitely putting a strain on the health services in Spain, so much so that certain regions have brought back the obligation to wear a mask, but only in hospitals and medical centres. The Valencia region, where Benidorm is situated, was the first region to bring back the mask in hospitals and medical centres. The obligation to wear a mask in health centres and hospitals was reintroduced early here in the Comunidad Valenciana, being that it was one of the worst hit areas. It was followed closely by Catalonia and the Murcia regions. The ARI incidence rate, which stands for acute respiratory infections, is higher in these regions than the national average. At the point of introducing the mask to medical environments again, the incidence had just reached over 1,500 cases per 100,000 people in the Valencia region. The national average was 908 cases per 100,000. This is from the official communication from the Generalitat Valenciana. It is considered pertinent to establish the mandatory use of masks in health and social health centres in the following situations: symptomatic people when in shared spaces, professionals who care for symptomatic cases, people who work in intensive care units and units with vulnerable patients, in hospital or primary care emergencies, and in places where patients and families are concentrated, like primary care waiting rooms and hospital consultations. At the moment of filming this, in all the other regions of Spain, it is still only a recommendation to wear the mask in medical settings. But that could change today, Wednesday, if the Central Ministry of the Health Department decides to implement the mandatory use across the rest of the Spanish regions. You do not have to wear a mask in bars and restaurants, in shops, supermarkets, on the beach, in the parks, in libraries, museums, public buildings like that, or in the street. So if you have heard anything like that, it is just not true. And there's been absolutely nothing at all said by the authorities to suggest that that will change. You may see people wearing them by choice, and that is their choice. It's recommended that people wear a mask on public transport, but it is only a recommendation. It's not mandatory. Public transport was one of the last places the use of the mask was lifted last year, so it's understandable people think it's one of the first places it will be brought back. But at the moment, no, you are not obliged to wear a mask on public transport. But you can, of course, if you wish to do so, and the health department does encourage you to do so. They actually encourage you to do so in any crowded areas, especially if you are symptomatic. If you have a cough, if you're congested, have a fever, headache, or any of the usual cold, flu or COVID symptoms. The Ministry of Health is also encouraging people to get the flu and COVID jabs, and from Monday the 8th of January health centres have been rolling out the vaccinations without the need for a prior appointment. Experts predict that this spike of the wave of infections this year's flu season peak will happen in the third week of January, and after that we should start to see case numbers decreasing and pressure on the health services lifting. To prevent this extreme strain happening again, the Ministry of Health is also studying implementing some sort of self-justification for a 3-day sick leave for mild illnesses without the need for a doctor's note. In Spain, it is still normal to visit your GP face-to-face if you get sick and you need time off work to recover. They're now looking at a formula to work along with the Social Security Department where it won't be necessary to visit your doctor to obtain a sick note for these mild cases of illness. The Ministry of the Branch, Monica Garcia, explained, in less serious cases it should not be necessary to go to health centres, and that a responsible declaration from the patient could be sufficient for a 3-day period. This could potentially free up hundreds of thousands of consultations per year and lift some of the strain on health professionals at times like this in the future. What are your thoughts on all this, folks? I know Spain and the UK had very different approaches when it came to the use of the mask during the pandemic, and people had very strong opinions during that time. What about our viewers watching from other countries? I know we've got a lot of Irish, Dutch, Belgians and even some folks from across the pond watching. What are your thoughts on the mask returning, even just for hospitals and medical centres? Good move or bad move? Let us know in the comments. We haven't had a good mask debate in a while. I hope this has cleared up the rumours for you and given you all the info you need about the situation here. Wherever you're watching from, I hope you managed to swerve the lurgy, and if you're feeling poorly at the moment, I'm sending you big get well wishes. Stay tucked up in bed, nice and cosy, and get well soon. Thanks for watching. Please click share for us, help us get the correct info out to people and counteract the damage the tabloids can do. They absolutely love a bit of Benidorm bashing to the UK press. They know as soon as they put Benidorm in the headlines, they're going to sell papers. But we all know that they don't like to let the truth get in the way of a good story. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, click that beer mug in the corner and click the subscribe button. It's completely free, and also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe. That'd be, just cough up a big flu grab in the middle of it.